Okay, so this is me back in 2019. That's when I had my first sighting of that black triangle UFO. Behind this house and that garage is where I first seen it. Now, to situate yourself, this is in New Brunswick, Canada, on the East Coast. So this is how it happened. For a couple of weeks, I've been hanging out outside at night, and I've been noticing a bunch of planes overhead. Late at night, sometimes two or three of them, sometimes dangerously crisscrossing each other. And I started thinking to myself, now, are we being surveilled? Is this surveillance? Or we're in 2019, you'd think that the technology of today, they wouldn't have to have big airplanes with making a lot of noise, with big lights overhead. So I started thinking to myself, by chance, maybe those are, could it be a distraction? So I started thinking to myself, if those were a distraction, maybe I should be looking behind my shoulder when they're up overhead. That's exactly what I started doing. And about a week after, I got my first sighting. I started noticing a black silhouette overhead in the darkness, no lights, just hovering in place or swooping. And the ones that were hovering, when I was looking at them, they would try to leave slowly and go. It looked like they were trying to hide behind the tree line in the woods. So 4 weeks after I had my first sighting, we had to leave for work for a couple of weeks up in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, about 4 hours away from where we lived. This is the cottage where we were staying at. Right where I'm standing and I'm taking the video right now, I had a very big sighting there with a night vision camera. That week there at work, I told my buddy what I was seeing and he was laughing at me. So we decided to go and take the first pay and go purchase a couple of cameras. So I purchased a Canon camera and we both chipped in on a night vision Canon monocular camera. Now we were in Bridgewater, Nova Scotia, and the lake is Moliga Lake. So that first week at work, I'd say about 2 days in, we get home from work, and we get home from work late, usually around 10:30, 11. By the time you get a shower, it's pretty much midnight. So I step outside to have a cigarette. That's when I started noticing like strange lights over the lake. So I took my real camera, the Canon I just bought, and I started filming those lights I could see over the lake. This video here, I'm videotaping a light that's far away, and I lost it in the side of the trees. And all of a sudden, this pops up right in front of me. Now, here, I'm not used to taking videos, and I'm shaking because I'm out of fear. When that red light came on, I'm telling you, I was scared. Now, you can still hear the crickets. This thing's right in front of me. No noise, hovering in place. And I'm going to show you a still picture of it after. You'll see it. That's when it confirmed to me that what I was seeing was actually seen there, and it freaked me out. When I shut the video off with taking this video, I bolted right straight for the cottage. Didn't sleep good that night. Now at this point, I hadn't taken no pictures or nothing like that. This was the first week I was at work up there. That was the first week with both cameras. So I hadn't seen the orb aspect of this yet. Now, I suppose I'll tell you. Um, when I first started seeing these, I started thinking maybe they were higher technology police drones or military drones. But on the way to work, 4 hours away, we came up at nighttime, and I could still see them as if they were following us. Now, that really made me think hard. That saying they're like, nobody's got a budget to go follow me around with drones 4 hours away. Here's that still shot. You see, it's a triangle shape. It's hard to see because it's dark, but so I started taking a lot of pictures, especially at night. I had a hard time catching it on pictures, but as I started going through my pictures, started finding weird orbs all over my pictures. Didn't know what was going on. I want to show you a couple of examples here of some of the pictures I took those first few weeks. Now I took a lot of those pictures. I zoomed in on the orbs, and I took screenshots, and I go through them. This is what just maybe a sample, like a 2% of everything I got. I started seeing faces in the orbs. I thought I was losing my mind. Now these orbs, I wouldn't see them by eye. I see what would look like a fake star up high in the sky, and like it act like a star. It would stay there, hover in place. But if you look at it long enough and you watch it, I could catch it sometimes, zooming out. So here's the first time I turned on the night vision binocular. This is the same week, that first week of work in Bridgewater in April 2019. In the first 5 seconds I had the thing on, I had this big orb right in front of me over the lake, and I filmed it for about 5.5 minutes. Now, you're going to see a whole bunch of smaller orbs coming across the screen. You see the stars behind the orb, and you're going to see the orbs moving. And as it goes over the stars, you can see the stars through it. This was one of the weirdest things I'd ever seen. But here, I wasn't as scared as that first sighting I had, the one in the video I just showed you right before, with the black triangle with the red light. Here, I was calmer. I started trying talking to it, and I was confused. I didn't know what I was looking at. I was just happy I was catching it on that night vision binocular. So I'll let this run, and you tell me what you think after. See, after this sighting, it really boosted up my confidence and gave me pep to go out and take as many pictures, many video as I could. Because even at this point, even with this video and the other one, my buddies, I had two trusted buddies that I was telling what I was seeing. They were both laughing at me. So I was still in the process where I thought I was going to lose my mind. Seems to be like a cloak, something that's cloaked, and the night vision is maybe catching the parameter of the of like the force field, or shield. I don't know myself. So anyway, just to let you know, all those pictures and all the videos in this video that you've seen from the start has all been all of my cameras. This went on for quite a while. The first sighting in April 2019, I had sightings every second day, third day, sometimes every day for about, I think, right till the end, to the month of November, and it stopped in November, and I seen nothing else till June of 2020 when it came back, and there it lasted till March of 2021, And since then, it's really calmed down. I'll still have a rare sighting here and there, but not like it was. See here, you start seeing the other, or, oh no. So I'm done work in Nova Scotia and I'm back home in New Brunswick. So now I got times on my hand. So I started going through the internet, see what I could find, see what I could look at, see if anybody was seeing the same thing as I was. I didn't think I was going to find anything. God, was I ever surprised when I started finding a whole bunch of shit on what I was seeing. I mean, it was crazy. So I bought a better camera because my friends, the other camera was kind of shitty. For the first camera, I didn't know I had to pay a little bit more to get some quality, because at first I started trying to get the videos on my cell phone, which didn't work. Started on that cheaper camera, so now it was up to an $800 camera. That was taking a picture at 3 in the morning from my bedroom window towards the neighbors. If you take a really good look at that, that face I'm seeing there is the same size as the roof of the garage that's on the other side there. Now, do you see here? I was in pitch dark trying to figure out the night aspects of my camera when I caught that boo. Now, this is me back in the summer. This is my buddy taking pictures. Some weird stuff happening here. Now, that same white weird bird you just seen. This is a. Now, do you see the face against the truck? That was weird. This is where it all started going weird. I had security cameras set up at the house. I had to get them out because I wouldn't sleep no more. See the lights in the triangle behind the trees of where that zoom, there all you see it there. And all those pictures too, if you take the time to look all around them, you'll find all kinds of weird stuff on them. So I started thinking, where'd they go during the day? So I started staring up. That's when I started seeing the black triangles, figurines hiding in the clouds. I was seeing black triangle shapes everywhere. So I'm there. I'm testing out my camera. I'm trying to figure out. I never owned a camera, so I didn't know all the settings for night shooting, the ISO, and the shutter speed. So I was experiencing and taking pictures at night in the pitch dark and going through my pictures. This is from my security cameras. Daytime. I had to get rid of the cameras because I wouldn't sleep at all. Do you see what I'm seeing there? I won't even explain it to you, but it looks like a green, darkish guy sitting down crouched down with his arms crossed, two big black eyes. This is right behind the house, right in the middle of the day. And I mean, I went outside, it was gone. There was nothing there. I had some weird stuff happening too that I didn't even mention to nobody. That so far out there that I don't even want to talk about it. So here I'm still taking pictures, going through the orbs, going through my pictures, going through my videos. I got I bought a stand for the camera, so I leave the camera outside, taking videos, pictures, and once I had a whole whack of pictures and videos, I could start going through them and zooming in everywhere, taking my time, slow motion, frame by frame, just trying to find and catch anything. But for the first few months, I'm telling you, for what I was seeing, I couldn't catch nothing on my goddamn cameras. More than that, like the ratio from what I was seeing from what I was catching, 1 to like 50. These are shots at night from behind my house, just setting my camera out the window. Some more orbs on close up. So finally, yeah, I was at work one night taking pictures, and when I went through my pictures, bang, there it was. I finally caught it close up. It's weird. Now, let me tell you at this point, I noticed that these things change shapes, morph, acted like planes, acted like stars. This is a sequence of 5 or 6 pictures in a row of that triangle following me by the beach. That's some of my best pictures I caught. That's there. My buddies agreed with me that I was seeing something. That's a close up of one of the triangle shots from the beach. See the face? This is all weird stuff like this that were coming out of my pictures. Stuff like this. Look, that supposedly was a plane. No, it was hiding, going through behind that tree line. And if you look at it closely, it's not a plane. No, the green and red lights aren't there. There's another weird picture. The picture looks blurry, but if you look at the trees in the background, damn clear. This is one of my last sightings. It happened last summer. I heard a plane at night. I was filming the plane. I filmed the plane for about 15 minutes straight. Zoomed in at 160 times zoom on the lights of the plane. And then one of the lights shut off. I was following that one light and it started doing this. I caught this on camera. This is morphine, changing shapes, smoke to smoke faces, and then poof, disappearing. And I've got this on slow-mo here. See, it was acting like a plane light. Then started doing this. Now you think this is weird enough? I've seen weirder. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff that I don't even want to talk about because if somebody tell me what I saw and what I would be talking about, I think they're nuts, loony, and it should be good for the loony bin. So as far as me, I came to a conclusion that the orbs and the black triangles are one of another. They're the same. Whatever it is, it has cloaking abilities. It has it can morph. It can change. I think that the black triangle is not its real shape. I think it's really an orb. I caught some videos of them in the air and just flashing like a fireball and just changing size, changing forms. I think it's like a ball of energy, or they can manipulate matter. I don't know. It sounds out there, but that's what I came to the conclusion of. And it has the ability to manipulate camera pictures, TV screen, even play with your mind. Has the ability to get in your head and make you see what you want to see. I had to prove to myself with the pictures and videos for 3 years just to prove my sanity. And I feel a lot better now after what I caught there.